Hello. Let's see if I can get this fixed a little bit because I sense something is not going to work right away. All right, let's get this going here. I need to fix my audio setup for that one. That's all right. We're back. Okay. Hello, friends. Welcome to another Shiny Developer Series live stream. Although there may not be a lot of Shiny tonight, there's going to be some RStats goodness here. Because there's been a lot of momentum riding on the social media in the R community about the new Quarto publishing platform that I am very excited to give a spin. And I have done a little early look on it, but I want to make it so that it's very easy for me to set up my containerized dev environment and make it so that I can test out Quarto, you know, very seamlessly as it gets updated, to easily refresh my environment and be on the bleeding edge, as they say. So we're going to be doing some Docker fun, RStats fun, Quarto fun, kind of like a refresh of what I did over a year ago with this whole development container environment that supports both Visual Studio Code and RStudio IDEs as my development environment. So let's get this going here. Let's say hello to our friends here. Hello, Unicorn Coder and Ace Bates. Welcome. Glad you can make it. And shout out to Unicorn Coder. You are, I believe, the curator for the R Ladies Twitter account this week. So awesome. Can't wait to see what you got going there. I'm catching up a little bit on things because I've been away from the computer for a little bit, just getting in the swing of things this week. My kids are off for spring break, so it's a little, you know, chaotic, if you will, around here. But yeah. So let's see if I get things in order here. Switch to our cover scenery here. Yep, there we are. So we will be looking at VS Code first, although it's going to be more for editing stuff right off the bat. So, for the container environment, I should say. So let's see. Get this going here. I have done a little bit of exploration, not a whole lot to report yet, because I only did it within maybe 20 minutes last week before I kind of shut things down for a bit. But I will open this up. Okay, I'm just gonna not open it in the container environment right now. Now, I'm not sure if those of you online saw how all this works before when I first set this up. This is actually before I even started streaming on Twitch. This is back when I was streaming on YouTube, this development environment setup that kind of got motivated a bit by my curiosity in VS Code, but it works just as well with RStudio as well. But it's all based in the Docker containerized engine environment. Or I should say a platform, and we'll look at what's in this special .dev container folder, which has the specifics of how I spin up the R side of things in Docker that VS Code is aware of. So we're going to start looking at this a little bit. Let's see. Most of this can stay intact. I'm not going to touch a lot of this, although I'll make it better eventually. But I'll show what I got up to this point is downloading Quarto itself from the GitHub repository of Quarto. So we're going to start there. All right, go to the GitHub repo first. Let's get the Firefox here. Alright, where's Quarto? Right here. That's the VS Code repo. We'll get to that in a little bit because I may have stumbled upon something, but I need to do some further testing. let's get to the CLI. The CLI of Quarto is kind of the engine behind all this. So before we go too much further, Ace Bates of a great question here. You're asking, as RStudio is developing Quarto, so the people at RStudio are developing it. I think they are working with other developers as well, but this is actually a good segue in some I just think is supremely awesome. We look at the commit history of the Quarto CLI, which is kind of the, you might say, the engine behind all of this. Now, for a lot of these commits, not all of them, but a good chunk of them, JJ Allaire, who happens to be the founder of RStudio, is very knee-deep into developing Quarto. Yes, Allison Hill is also part of this, as Unicorn Coder points out. They have other developers as well. They had an intern, I think, help out last year. But JJ just never ceases to amaze me what he gets his hands on for these really, you know, these pioneer efforts of, you know, years ago it was Reticulate to integrate Python with R, and now with Quarto, like he's got, and R Markdown, he's been heavily involved with that. He's got his finger on the pulse for not just the present, but also the future. So Quarto has a lot of momentum behind it. So I definitely think it's time to dive into it a little bit. But yeah, JJ Allaire is awesome. I don't know if you're watching JJ, but I love what you're doing. And speaking of, you know, his prompt feedback, I did stumble upon what seemed to be some issues with the VS Code extension for Quarto. We'll get to that in a little bit, where it doesn't seem to be, and I'll show it off in a little bit, but the live preview, at least for my setup, isn't quite working the way I want it to. But JJ was very quick to comment within an hour or so of me submitting the issue. So he's definitely got his finger on this part too. So I may, if I have time tonight, test out his theory that it might be my Docker stuff causing all of this. I don't know yet. But one way I can test is that on my Linux setup that I have for my streaming right here, I can spin up a Linux virtual machine fairly quickly. We'll see if we get to it tonight. If not, I'll do that off stream, but I do have plans to test that out. So okay, we're back to get back to the Quarto CLI repo, and let's see what the latest build is. Well, you don't get much more up to date than that. That's 6 minutes ago as of going live. So at about a little after 10 p.m. Eastern tonight, which is, yeah, I started a little late tonight. That's the new build of Quarto is already in. So when I told you it was bleeding edge, I mean it. It's bleeding edge. So this is version 0.9.201, which means I need to change this. In fact, I need to make this a variable because this is obviously going to be changing quite a bit. Let's think about this. So I have args here. I need to look at my dev container JSON to see if I have to do anything special here as well. I do supply an env file, but I'm not sure if I really want to do that or not. Oh, the args are here. Yep, args username. Okay. So actually, I do want to do the env file. So that is where I put these like variables that we're going to do. So let's make a new variable. Quarto version, if I could talk. Let's look at what was that. Right now it is 0.9.201. 9.201. Throw that in here. Now I think what I need to do is I need to do another args here so that... What the heck did I just do? Something went haywire there. Let's undo that. We're going to put that in here. And then we're going to expand the variable there. This local env is a VS Code thing to say, okay, grab it from the local environment. I don't know if this will work, but we'll find out. Well, look who's here. Tan has made an appearance. I believe you are still in France, buddy. If you are, that's really late at night or early in the morning, or maybe you made it back here, but I'm watching your pictures. Looks like some good scenery there, so hope you're doing well tonight, or whatever time zone you're in right now. Okay, so let's see, run args. This should work. Oh, wait a minute. Did I may have edited the wrong one. No, this is right, dev container. Yeah, we're in the right place. Okay. So we're gonna throw our Quarto version. Okay, yeah, so you are still in the land of France there. I don't suppose you've been able to meet up with Colin Fay. I'm kidding. that was being teased about, I think, in the Discord. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, time. I had a similar thing when I went to China a few years ago. It did not. I never really I got adjusted to it only when we were about to leave. So it took we were there for 2.5 weeks. And it wasn't until about that second week that I started to feel getting adjusted to the Asian Pacific kind of time zone. And then we had to go back, and then I was out of sorts for another month after that. So I can definitely understand for sure. All right, so we're gonna start putting this in action here. Looking at what I did here, I just hard-coded those version numbers. We're probably gonna get some Docker errors here, so be warned, everybody. All right. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to. I wonder if that will work. Kind of doubt it. Then we'll. This would be great if it does, but we'll find out. Okay. ANV, Quarto version. All right, we'll spin this up and let's see what happens. And moment of truth. Does take a little bit of time. Oh yeah, it's got to pull the new R4.1.3. Okay, at least it cached some of that stuff. All right, so while we wait for that, that's going to take a couple minutes, but I wanted to do a little thank yous out there. I'm going to do this on video because I may tweet this out as a clip later. Let me get to my scenery here. So if you recall from a few months ago, I believe, I was part of a very fun conference called Data Mishaps, and I got a great thank you card from, of course it looks terrible here, from the organizers, Laura and Caitlin. They write, Eric, what a pleasure it was to have you speak at Data Mishaps night. I have to say that the screenshot of the combo between you and the HPC cluster admin is going to be buried in my mind for a long while. Keep in touch, Laura and Caitlin, and they were kind enough to send 2 data mishap stickers, which look really funny on my fancy streaming setup. This probably won't be clipped as well as I wanted to. So I have a plan B. Let's do plan B. That's what you get for doing green screen filters. We'll get this worked out. I have a method to my madness. Trust me. We're gonna share that. Not the front camera, the back camera. No audio. All right. Okay, so the stickers. Let's switch to the phone camera here. Stickers look like this. Hopefully that. Well, that's an extreme close-up of my thumb. Pretty sharp looking. Love it, love it. So thank you very much, Lauren and Caitlin, for having me at the conference, and hopefully you do it again next year. Tons of fun. Okay, let's see how my container setup is going. Okay, we're getting too close to the Quarto part here. Just like this, doing the Python stuff right now. Okay, getting there, we're getting there. It must be the .NET stuff. Close those because those are gonna cause chaos here. Okay. Nope, it failed. It apparently did not do the variable expansion the way I wanted to, so we figured that would happen. All right. Did not look. Yeah, it did not expand that. So I think we need to put it in quotes, perhaps. Let's try that. What's nice is that this is going to be pretty instantaneous to figure out if this works well or not. So, the way I do this, I close the folder, and then I'll reopen it up. Should. Let's go in here. Nope, still did bad. Let's see. Let's wood wrap that. Not that one. Control dot. Huh. Yeah, you can see it did not get wait a minute, it's got the wrong position. At least I think it does. Okay, let's look here. We definitely need to run args, env file, build args. Well, at the risk of slowing this down, we're just going to go back to hard coding it until I can figure this one out. So that is 201. Let's put this over here. this over here. No quotes this time. Alright, let's try that again. Close that up. Alright, let's try that again. This should not have the same problem. Yep, that one worked. Hi, Isomore. Welcome. We're having some fun with Quarto tonight, but first up is getting my dev containers set up ready for it so that I can easily use this in all my projects going forward and make sure it's easy to spin up whenever I feel like. So that's what we're doing tonight, and apparently I still am rusty with my Docker and, you know, dynamic variable expansion, but that's the way I roll. So now we're starting to get things going here. I do have in the extension list the Quarto extension as well, so we're gonna try that out here. Okay, I think we are in business now. Yep. So we're gonna spin up a Quarto setup here. Probably do a simple hello world kind of thing. Let's do let's see if dark mode works better here. There we go. Let's get started. The VS Code tutorial actually does Python, which nothing against it, but that's not what I'm going to do tonight. So we'll do let's just do an HTML example. Just look at the gallery here. Dark mode did not like that. Oh, it's a different site, no wonder. Let's view the source. Okay. So we'll make a new file here. I don't think it'll let me choose Quarto document, so let's find out. Wow, okay. That was unexpected. Let's, yeah, we'll keep all this for now. Let's see if we can import.qmd. Hello from Quarto and VS Code. Alright, so the extension. Well, first let's get our R terminal up here. I don't know if I need that open right away, but it's always good to have it there. Okay, 413. Okay, now let's try it. Quarto render document. Here we go. So this is what I saw 5 days ago. Is that at least in VS Code, at least with my setup, it doesn't actually show it right away. But if you refresh it, then you see it. And now it looks, that's that. But you'll notice that if I save this, it does not refresh this right away. And even if I hit the refresh button here, it still doesn't refresh. So that is something I need to figure out. Yeah, you're right, Unicorn Coder. I will zoom in. Thank you for that. There we go. Okay, so the good news is Quarto is here. It's functional. It's just the it's either my setup or the VS Code extension is not quite playing nice with it. But to contrast that, let's I'm gonna check if I have. I'm gonna quickly install R Markdown in here just for comparison. Throw that in here. I should have done that on the default container setup. Okay, so let's quickly do a new R Markdown report. Now this should open preview to the side. Now watch this. So see that live preview works, and it loaded right away on default. That's why I'm not so sure it's my container setup, because you would think if it was, this thing wouldn't work either. But the live preview for R Markdown works differently than the live preview for the Quarto version. The Quarto version actually ran a command in the terminal to basically use the Quarto CLI, which is installed here on this container. The Quarto preview report.qmd -no browser -no watch inputs. I'm not quite sure what those flags mean, by the way. But then that's what compiled it into this HTML. Then it went to browse. But the R Markdown extension, or the R extension for VS Code, does the live preview for R Markdown a bit differently. So I don't know if that has a factor or not. But, you know, we still got Quarto working. It's just not quite the same. So what we're going to do now is we're going to also update the container I have for RStudio to basically do the exact same thing, and we're going to make sure Quarto works in that. So I'm just going to edit that right here. I have a Docker file in this RStudio Docker folder. We're going to do that here. So we're just going to copy in the other instructions. It's all hard-coded for now, but I will figure that out eventually. It should work the exact same way. And then that has its own env here. But I don't think... Oh wait, that's a different env. That's one I don't use anymore. So let's go back to the other env. RStudio preview. We're going to change this to RStudio Quarto, just to make sure I don't have any name collisions. Oops. So local port we're going to do 9. Okay, I think that will do it. so we're gonna close this up, close all of this for now. And then we're gonna build this in a slightly different way. But we can still do it in the terminal within the default VS Code. That projects, that container. Oh, build D. Alright. Oh. This happened in the other testing I did. I need to get Perl on here of all things. I did that in another repo that I did just for Quarto itself. Let me find what that was. Quarto play, this is it. Okay, so what did I call it? Not up there. Didn't I? Oh, did I not commit that yet? Oh, I didn't commit that yet. That's on the other system. I have too many systems that I toggle in between, so I don't have this memorized yet. Installing curl. Alright. Why is it like... I don't know. I feel like this dark mode extension doesn't like me anymore. Oh, it's just curl. Okay. Alright, we'll get that again. It's embarrassing that I don't remember that. Alright. Let's just do it in Vim here. What the heck? Perl. What was that, I guess? Okay, let's try that again. What's going on, Dr. Daniel? How are you doing? And is it official? Yep, I am using Quarto. This is it. I am putting it through the paces now. But the first step is just making sure I can actually install the darn thing in both of my dev environment setups. But I think we're getting there now. But I'm excited. I'm very, very tempted, if it works as well as I think it does, to build all my workshop materials with it. So we will see. We shall see. Okay, that's going to take a little bit. So while we wait for that, we're going to read up a little bit, shall we? Have I seen the funny meme about everyone in Quarto? I feel like I may have seen something thrown around there, but there's been a lot thrown around there, for sure. But yeah, I've seen some fun chatter in the Twitter space. Yeah, the Sims. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, the Simpsons. Yeah, that was a kicker. Yeah, I loved it. Okay. Yeah, that was good times. Yep. Once Allison puts a post out there, it is off to the races, as they say. So the first thing I'm interested in looking at is the presentations aspect of it, because I'm at the point where I definitely need to start building slides for the workshop, and I'm in between Quarto with Reveal.js and Sheringan. So I want to see how much I can accomplish with the Reveal.js version in Quarto, but I am seeing a lot of interesting features, especially the multiple columns where we can customize the width, which before I wasn't sure if that was possible in the earlier versions of Reveal.js. But if I get more control here, I'm really, really optimistic about that. Let's keep tabs on our. Oh, we got our container up here. All right, so we're gonna fire up a browser and we're gonna get this going here. Gotta do this off screen for a little bit. What did I do for the port? Well, the easy way to check for that is OSPS 2009. Okay. So let's throw in our Brave browser down there. There we go. It's not quite the size the way I want. Hold on. Okay, we got our studio invite. Wait a, oh no. Forgot to change the art version. Bah. That reminds me, there is something else I want to change in that Docker file. That's not the only thing I want to change. I have a feeling I explored this before, but I have to make sure I'm using the right RStudio version, because I think it has to be a recent version. Ah, okay. Let me refresh my memory of the Rocker project that I got all this inspiration from. Let's go to GitHub. That's not what I want. Hold on, let's just get to the GitHub repo. Gotta track my Rocker version 2 is the one I want. RStudio, where's RStudio? Thought there was a way to specify the RStudio version for this. Let's check the wiki. That's the... Let's see if we search for this. Oh, that doesn't do it. Yeah, the daily version. That's right. That's right. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, I will see how to get that in here. I know it's a variable, but I forgot. Go back here. RStudio underscore version. Where do I actually use that here? Oh, hey, Big Pod. How are you doing? How are you doing? We're doing some Docker stuff tonight. You'd enjoy it. Not really developing anything new Docker stuff, but we're just refreshing my containerized setup. Okay, there it is. The install RStudio script. Let's open the folder again. No, we're not gonna open it here. Library scripts. Oh wait. No, I know what's going on here. That script actually is not copied in my area, if that makes sense. It's referenced, I think, upstream. So I've got to fix that first. Let's close all of this. Let's get... Oh, I still have it. Oh, shoot. I forgot I still had the terminal open with that. Okay. Let's do recover. Okay, there we go. That could have been disastrous. Okay. Oh, you got a new desktop, huh, Big Pod? Oh, I'm happy to hear that. Is it, so did you build it yourself, or did you get it from one of the vendors? And of course I'm gonna ask what Linux distro you're running on it. I would guess Ubuntu Mate, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Okay. Yeah, okay, so you built it yourself. I wish I could do that. But it's just not in the cards right now. Okay, so rocker scripts install RStudio.sh. That's what I need to find here. Find it in here. What do you mean couldn't find it in here? Oh, look at that. They have a Quarto script now. When did this get in here? 11 days ago. Oh, wow, okay. Huh, this makes things a whole lot easier. I did not know this. Okay. This basically does exactly what I want. Okay, let's read about this. Let me zoom in a little bit. Install Quarto CLI if they're available. First argument, same Quarto version, i.e. latest default. Well, that changes things up, doesn't it? Why don't we just do this? We'll get to this in a little bit. Let me duplicate this. Well, let's first clean this up. Stay. Okay, daily. So we can just do daily. Let's see, I was making this too hard on myself. Okay, let's just do that. Alright. I don't know why GitHub Copilot thinks I needed that, but okay, let's... We're going to keep my Quarto installer here for now, but I'm definitely going to swap to the Rocker version once I get this going here. So... Okay, so did I change the R? Nope, I didn't change that yet. So we got 413. So I don't know if what that S6 version stuff was about, but that's okay. Make sure to stop the existing. Oh, whoops. Okay, good. Now I'm going to build it again. It should pull down the new. Alright, hopefully the daily gets installed correctly. Yep, looks like it's pulling all that now. Woo, we got some computer talk here. We're gonna highlight this. So Big Pod's giving us the specs. We got a Ryzen R9 5900X, 64 gigabytes of RAM and 3060 Ti plus 1 terabyte of NVMe PCI Express 4.0 SSD. Oh, well played, sir. Well played.
Who's ready for story time with
our podcast,
baby?
Well, I don't know if I have the best story here. It sounds like we got some fun computer talk here. Well, that looks like a very nice system, Big Pod. Really look forward to seeing what you're doing with it. And Daniel, you've got your laptop coming from System 76. That's slick. Okay, well, computer talk. Well, it may not be quite computer talk. I alluded to this a little bit last week, but this gets to kind of the realm of a new perspective on funding for maybe my media efforts, if you will. I've been watching a little. Now this is somewhat of a rehash, but I've actually followed through with some of this. Is that I'm looking at how I can make things more sustainable for me to do things like this, things like the podcast, in light of everything else going on. And one thing I've never had consistently at all is really any indication of, other than some positive feedback here on social media perhaps, or other comments, is sustainable, like dependable, you might say, support for, you know, my time doing it. And I've been listening with great interest to some of the recent kind of perspectives that the Jupiter Broadcasting Group has told me about, which is talking about a new movement, if you will, called the Podcast Index. Now, basically, to give a short summary of this, is that podcasts for the longest time have been always something you would get, say, on Apple iTunes or whatever they're calling their podcast store now, or now things like Google Music, Google Podcasts and stuff. They're always on these proprietary services. Well, Podcast Index is trying to decentralize the cataloging of people doing podcasting. So it's all just basically RSS, but they're putting a whole new spin on it with new tags, new features, and ways that apps can be built to take advantage of some of the new specs that they're doing in this tagging system. And what really is getting my attention is this concept of value for value. Now, believe me, I've been one of the bigger skeptics. I don't talk about it very much, but I have been very skeptical of the whole, you know, cryptocurrency movement. Of course, I'm kicking myself in the pants for not investing in a heavy-duty GPU back in 2008 or so when Bitcoin was just starting. Or else I would be a lot more well off. But what we are seeing is that even if you're not the biggest fan of all this, but there is one feature that can't be denied, even for skeptics like me, is that there is this network out there called the Lightning Network that is built upon the blockchain that, say, Bitcoin uses. but it takes away some of the fluff that you don't really need to care about. But it's a way for us on the podcasting side to set up a little node on there on this, huge network. And then we can, once we're on there, we can get our podcast kind of wired up to take little itty bitty, and I mean really itty bitty payments of Bitcoin. The unit is called Satoshis or something to that effect. They call them sats, if you will. But what's nice is that if somebody sends you some of these, if you're on this Lightning Network, you get that feedback instantaneously, like within the millisecond of that going out there, and it's directed towards you. There is no middle, company, no middle intercept of that's taking a cut of it. Depending on where you host your quote wallet for this, that might take a slight cut, but nothing compared to the cut that say a PayPal would do, a Patreon would do, or things like that. So I have wired up my oh, you're kidding. There are more than one R podcast on here. Oh gosh, that's hilarious. Oh gosh, that's hilarious. Where am I? I'm on here. I swear I am. Huh? I put myself on here. This is crazy. Okay, now I'm confused. They would need to search for me on here. I wired this up like a week ago. There I am. Okay. So I'm on here now, and I'm on this value for value kind of node here. And I haven't like advertised this much yet because I haven't done a new episode since I did this. But with the right application that you have on, say, your smartphone or even computer, you could have a button on there that says, okay, you like what you're hearing, send Eric a little donation or a boost, as they call it, and then I would get something in return. Now, I don't make any qualms that this would be anything monumental for me, but it might be an interesting way to fund other projects as well. So again, I'm new to this, haven't quite done all my research yet, but I figured, well, I might as well just set this up so in case I get some in the future for it, I'm ready for it. So Big Pod, you've got some candid feedback of this. You are not a fan of anything related to any kind of crypto chain. Not good for the environment, not really good for wallet. Well, I'm definitely not as up to speed on the studies of this. I've only been hearing what Chris Fisher and the Jupiter Broadcasting crew have been talking about, but there is a website that I think either MIT or another university here in the United States has set up where they try to analyze the footprint of blockchain/crypto on the environment. But I haven't seen any real feedback about that being any more impactful than, say, what people typically do in their daily lives. But it's certainly something I will research a little bit. So anyway, I'm kind of excited to just see where this goes, whether it actually leads to anything or not, I'm not sure. But there's been a very helpful community around this. I've actually been on their social network. This is kind of like, this isn't Twitter, this is called Mastodon, which is kind of like the decentralized version of Twitter. I've been asking them questions here and there about like my journey to do this, and they've been really helping me with getting set up for it. So big shout out to Dave Jones, Chad, even Adam Curry, who has been kind of the leader of this value for value concept. He chimed in a little bit too. and Stephen Bell. I'm very thankful to all of you, and hopefully I can help get into this a little more, at least see what it's about, you know. And if it works well for me, I'll share the knowledge, and if not, well, no real harm in trying new things. Mastodon isn't perfect by any means, but I was encouraged by some of the things I saw recently. So there's still more to come in this space, but I think it could lead the way to some additional opportunities for, you know, showing support of open source projects or open source media content creation. I'm only like scratching the surface of this, so there's going to be more to come on that. I haven't done anything, you know, substantial yet other than just get set up for it, but could be interesting times down the road. So okay, so that container did not bomb out. I think we are good to go here. Let's refresh this. Yep, back in business. Now this should be 413. Let's look at what our RStudio is. Now I don't know if that's the daily, but we're about to find out, because I think in the global options there is something about Quarto here. Let's see where it is. Is that our markdown? Did I miss it? I know there's a space where I have to change, or I can change how this is done, but I'm not seeing where. Oh, is it publishing? No. Terminal? No. Okay. Well, let's open a file and see what happens. Oh, it does not see my files here. Let's do a new project in there. Dev projects. Huh. I thought I had, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm on version 413. Yeah, that part's fine. But I feel like I messed something up here. Let's see what I messed up here. I think there's something going on. Eric R Dev Projects. So where am I? Wait, did I put those files somewhere else? Okay, well, anyway, let's make a new one. We're gonna go back to Quarto Hello World. Actually, I might have in this repo here now that I think about it. Yep, there we are. We'll just copy this. Save that as UMD. This does not look right. This does not look like it should be self-aware of it. No, something's not right here. I don't think it installed the daily, unfortunately. So we got ourselves an issue here. ENV RStudio version equal daily. I thought Yeah, I don't have the developer console here. Let me go back to the rocker. Well, ironically, Westpacito Buddha, welcome by the way. I don't think VS Code did the problem here. I think I'm just inept with Docker in general right now, or at least with the way the Rocker project's using the RStudio version. So I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong here. Okay, so that should be daily. Rocker scripts install RStudio.sh. Why? What did I do wrong? Now they put the number in there for a lot of these. Oh, those are like the different Docker files, aren't they? Do they have one for... They have a Devel version. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Invert daily. What did I do wrong? Env RStudio version equal daily. Maybe I need to rebuild the whole thing from scratch. Perhaps that's it. Because sometimes in Docker, if it has like a cached version of something, it will try to use that cache even though you're trying to say use a different thing, because all I did was change the env. I don't think it actually reinstalled Docker here. I mean, not reinstalled Docker, reinstalled RStudio here. Okay, so I gotta trick this. So let's spin this back down. Okay, let's try this again. Always forget to go in there. Okay, so how do I rebuild force a rebuild of a container? Sorry for that. Dark mode does not work there either. Docker, no cache, but does Docker Compose let you do that? I need to check that. Oh, they do have no cache. Okay, let's do that. Oh, what am I doing wrong? Oh man, I have to do that's the order of things here. Dash no cache. No? Oh, come on. Oh, for goodness sakes. You want to force compose a stop and recreate. Oh, force recreate flag. Okay. Alright. No, that was, that's not it. That's not, that was too fast. No, 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 no. Yeah, I just need to remove it. I gotta remove that Quarto dev one. Good grief, I have way too many containers here. This is ridiculously bloated now. Alright. Dev container Quarto is not quite the one. Oh, okay. Oops. Oh, it's not here. All right. Docker compose -- remove orphans. So remove on here. Okay, we're gonna remove this. I have to remove the container. Okay, good. All right, now I think we can force this. That'll be daily. Let's see if that works. Okay, I think. Let's look at this for a second. Yep, so we've got the daily. It's running the app update. Install RStudio. Okay, moment of truth. Is that the right one? Too far. Let's see what that said. Whoa. Let's see if I can catch what that was. Oh, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna let me get there. Oh. Yeah, I was too slow to see. Alright, let's catch up on y'all. Got some good computer talk here. Some water cooling versus air cooling. Yeah, I never got into water cooling. I just did the typical fan coolers on my CPUs and the towers. But the dust was always annoying as heck, and the noise too, especially with some of the older fans. So I'm pretty fortunate the Thelio that I have down beneath me where I'm streaming from is a pretty quiet machine for the most part. I don't think you've ever heard it on my streams here. So I gotta give System 76 a lot of credit for tuning the fan speed pretty well there. Alright, this thing's almost done. We shall see. Yeah, Noctua is a very good brand. Yeah, I agree. Okay, let's see if that did any better. I'm kind of doubtful, but we will find out. I feel like that's the exact same version number we just saw. Oh no, Evergreen. Actually, that date looks. Maybe this is it. Let's see. Global options. Anything about Quarto here? Not optimistic, but let's see. Nope. Still not working. Oh, that's... What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Or is it a problem with the rocker project? Like, what did I do wrong? Oh, this is... Let's look at my Docker Compose, see if there's anything out of the ordinary there. Oh, first I need to call this. I want to make it consistent with the other thing here. That should be RStudio Quarto. First, let's bring it down again. Okay, really gotta figure out what I did wrong here. It should have. Should have picked it up. Oh, Unicorn Coder, you want to make random shiny apps? Oh, that's gimmick infringement. No, I'm kidding. You shouldn't. You should. That would be awesome. We could even team up on an app sometime. That would be fun pair programming for sure. Of course, now I'm having trouble just getting this RStudio installed, the daily of it. And somebody else has had problems with this too. No. Oh yeah, I think the posting you saw, Unicorn Coder, was from Apple, or maybe that was a different, like their media division or something. I know they were looking for some data science skills, and I thought Shiny was involved there as well. Okay, I've really got to figure out what I am. Maybe I need to the version of RStudio server installed in Rocker RStudio and the date of CTAN mirror and Rocker errors are also fixed. Okay, that's RStudio version is the latest stable RStudio version of the Arrow, and the R version is latest. So is there any way I can change this? I don't think there is. Well, that's bogus. At least I thought we could. Oh, that's not good. Let's see if there's anything here. Do I just have to make my own version of this? I'd hate to do it, but I'd have to. Alright, where was that, scripts? I mean, if I do it myself, at least I can know more debugging on what's happening here. But I'm sure there's some user error I'm doing here. So let's make a new file. This should be called install_RStudio.sh. So I need to copy that script over. Do copy. Now when I'm in the Docker files in RStudio, Docker is smart enough to pick it up. Oh, let's find out. Nope. Alright, so that must be... Oh, this is so tedious sometimes. Okay, so run, copy, copy here. Let's look at our Docker compose. Can we... Maybe there's something special we have to do. Oh, that's definitely not. No context. Okay, what do I have for... Oh. So it is in the right place. Okay, so... Install -rstudio.sh. That should have done it. Oh, what am I doing? No wonder. Ah. Alright. That was probably some silly renaming. Oh, God. Okay, we're gonna have to throw it somewhere else. We'll throw it in /temp. Let's try that again. There we go. Keep my eye out for the version being installed here. That looks different. I think we got the right one. Well, yeah, I've been keeping an eye on the chat a little bit as I've been troubleshooting this, but Big Pod, yeah, when you start streaming again with your new rig, let me know. I'd love to watch it again. Good project, huh? You seem to never have any shortage of ideas. I think you were talking about doing your own kind of package manager, right? Or am I misremembering that? You were talking about package management stuff. Okay, Saturday. All right, cool. I'll be watching the Discord notifications on that for sure. That reminds me, I owe you and Martin a pull request for that shiny example for the Docker Slim examples repo. I'll get to tighten that up a little bit. That'll be fun to put through there. Oh, we're while waiting for that. Oh, we're almost done here. I did release earlier today the latest R Weekly highlights. We had 3 packages. Oh, it's cached page. Let's refresh that. There we go. We had the package Exemplar, prototype R package for data validation by David Newserling. I was blanking out the name. Chronicler, Logger Nomad, and R. And Gigi Braid by Nathan, I believe. So good stuff there. Yeah, Big Pod. Yeah, it's very late over there. For those that don't know, Big Pod is way over in Europe, so it is extremely late there. Great, Greg stopped by. Thanks for coming over. Okay, now let's see if this one actually works. All right, so that. Okay, I'll try that again. I feel like this is more up to date. Let's see. We'll give it a shot. Okay. And it is not. It still thinks it's just a text file. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Quarto is nowhere to be seen. So either the rocker thing just simply does not. Let's verify something here. Where is, where's Quarto at? I have too many tabs open as always. Okay. RStudio V 2022-2. Oh, sorry, the dark mode is. That's the one I want. So that was definitely not. Yeah, that's not even close. Okay, so what if I just use this as the version in the Docker file? Can't get any worse, right? All right, let's stop that. Nope, it didn't rebuild it. I've got to remove it. Let's two, 6, 7, 4, 8. Oh. Okay. So let's see if that changes anything. Now, did it? Okay, that should be, yeah, that's that part. We removed all the cache, so this should hopefully get the new version.
Who's ready for story time with
Our podcast.
baby?
The story when Docker goes haywire. What could I tell today? In this hour. What have I been researching? We already did the podcasting stuff, so I can't recycle that. Have I watched anything recently? Don't really watch a lot of TV anymore. Although I did see some kind of fun on social media that I haven't responded to, actually. Something that I actually looked at a while back. Let me find my likes. I thought I liked it. Where did I put it? No, I thought I bookmarked that. Somebody on social media was asking about somebody wanting to get into R and do some data science with it. Oh, there it is. Wanted to suggest a hobby-related data set to get them going. They like WWE. Anyone know of a relevant data set? Oh, I do. So let's if, in the absence of an actual story, we're just going to reply to this post right now, because guess who? You remember? Well, you probably don't remember. This was last year. I did a live stream on web scraping wrestling data. I think I put that on YouTube. Let's find out. Let's see. My videos. It's our playlist. The shiny learning stuff. Wow, I did a whole bunch of that shiny cow developed before that, didn't I? I have not touched that in a very long time. This may have been on my other channel, actually. Not seeing it right now. RN, Adventures, Cranmere. Yeah, this was on my other channel, I think. Yep. Let's switch that. I think I threw it on this one. Videos. No, not that one. Nope. Yeah, tan was extremely helpful. I thought did I not put that on YouTube? Or is the video of it? No, I don't have any videos on that. Did I miss it? Hold on. Let me go back to the other one. Oh. Oh, good thing I checked this now, because I was about to reply to that tweet about me doing this, but I thought I'd done that. I could have sworn I put that on there. I mean, I did the R and Star Trek thing. Oh, that's crazy. I thought I had done that. Huh. Okay. I remember I did a tweet about it. Now, Twitch will definitely expire it by now, because they only keep it up to 60 days. No, it's not going to be on there. Anyway, well, I was going to find the link to that and reply to it, but I did not find it. I wanted to post that. Maybe I just forgot to post it or something. Yeah, well, let me get this thing squared away, then maybe we'll come back to that. Finally. Finally, I think we got it. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. Now R Markdown. Quarto, it's here. Okay. All right, let's open the project up and let's hope Yes, it's here. It's here. Let's open the project up. The thing we meant to do all along, we finally have. Let's render it. Okay. Now let's see if this updates in real time. So this update when saving. Oh, render on save. We gotta check that. Okay. Yes. Okay, well, moral of that story for the last 40 minutes. Once again, another stream where I have an epic failure of Docker proportions is apparently we cannot just use daily here because the RStudio, I mean the rocker container image for RStudio does not like the word daily, does it? So, okay. I am very happy we got that. So, what was I supposed to do tonight? I was supposed to see if Quarto would be feasible for what I want to do, but I wanted to also make sure that I got my container setup working. So my guess is all that stuff we did about using this script probably was not necessary. And we're going to change this back to the way it was. What's the break? I'm not sure if I answered that question yet. we will get to it in a little bit. I'm so embarrassed. It's been about almost 50 minutes on because of the word daily. We're going to bring it down. And we're going to try it again. All right. Well, it's not Quartles. No, I forgot. I have to remove the whole darn thing. Okay. Build it again. Why do I feel like that's too good to be true? Well, let's see. No, the Quarto folks definitely do not have fault in this one. This is Eric being a dunce tonight. Let's just make sure that's the right one. Yep, still on that. Okay, so we're going to answer that question. I'm going to try out, let's get this nonsense closed. We are going to try looking at the presentation format of Quarto. Kind of want to look at the reference. Oh, let's look at this example first. So the default looks pretty good. Ooh, look at that. Code animations. Let's learn about that. That looks pretty slick. Animate between code blocks to show changes in your code. Oh ho ho, oh. Ooh, I like it, I like it. You can not only change the style. Well, okay, so you have to have these special auto animate flags. Ooh, they're even using a shiny set example for this. You can auto move elements in a new position or rearranged. Ooh, nice. Element matching. Wow, this, okay, I'm pretty blown away even already, because the reveal.js, at least the R package that was using this, or wherever it was R Markdown that was using this by default, was not nearly as sophisticated as this. This. Oh, okay, I'm getting sold already. The animation stuff's already really nice. Fragments. Let's see what fragments do. Yep. Yeah. This is pleasing right now. Okay, so you can do parallel. I'm not sure what that's about, but that sounds fun. Vertical slides, slide controls, visual cue. Sorry, we're gonna switch the music a little bit here. Hold on. Touch navigation, that's always nice if people are going on mobile. Okay, well, the plugins, I'm curious what plugins are. Multiplex, reveal menu. Oh yeah, the chalkboard. I have heard about this. That would be cool too if you're like in a workshop and somebody, you know, maybe you're asking for their input on something, you can write it down or scribble something on there. That's pretty cool. Let's see what let's see about the themes. This is okay, this is the last like little domino I want to clear here. If I can do a custom theme without too much trouble, then I'm in. Okay, so 11 built-in themes. You create your own. Default and dark. Default is used automatically. Use the theme to switch. Okay, good. Yeah, okay, so it's got some themes already, but oh, and here is where we, okay, so this stuff I've been doing a little research in recently with BSlib. It looks like some of those same skills will be helpful here, where we can do custom CSS or SCSS. In fact, I was doing this also with the Hugo apparel theme that I've been using for the ShinyDevSeries.com site. Is I can tweak these rules a little bit and make this really, you know, even fancier than before. Okay. Yep. This. Okay. So I think I've made my decision, even just seeing the capabilities here, because this was not the same reveal.js that I saw years ago. I shouldn't say it like that. This is not the same level of customization that I saw a few years ago when in fact, this is like 4 or 5 years ago when I was just getting into R Markdown and doing web-based presentations. This is way, way, way more advanced. So I think for slides, this is definitely the way to go. and I think I am going to do it. So if I didn't do anything else useful tonight, I made my call. The Shiny Building Production Grade Shiny Apps Workshop in July will use Quarto as the engine for creating the workshop materials. There I am. Phew. Because apparently I don't just have to do slides of it. There is also ways of creating websites with Quarto. So let's look at this a little bit. Let's kind of see what's possible here. Let's look at a couple examples here. Let's look at this R manual site. Let's make a dark mode here. We got drop downs up here. Pretty nice navigation. Yeah, okay, so I'll give you all a little context here. When I've been thinking about what the workshop site would look like, this was my inspiration. Was what Garrick set up for the JavaScript for Shiny users, but I guess I could pull off most of this with Quarto. I'm guessing I can. It's all just web pages, right? So you just have to, the navigation here. We'll have links to slides, and that'll just go to the other place. I think we'll be able to do it. Let's go back to that. Nice search bar here. Yeah, there's. Let's look at the guide for websites. Creating website, customizing websites. Let's see what customizing websites gives us. You do a search. Let's see what website tools, header and footers, yeah. Social metadata, yep, good. Twitter cards, yep. About pages. Ooh, yeah, okay. This is similar I'm doing with Hugo Apparel, I think. Okay. Ooh. Nice. Templates like postcard. Partial page content. Ooh, listings. Okay, that's good. Listing types. Wow. So, this also has the capabilities of creating a blog as well, which I'm not going to be doing for the workshop, but that may be things for the future. Oh wow, even this is more advanced than I thought. So yeah, I'm impressed. I am impressed. So for the website part, it's between Quarto and Hugo Apparel. I haven't quite made my call on that yet, but I think at least for the slides, it'll be Quarto for sure. So, it's like I got some exploration to do very soon. So, now, before we get out of here, I'm going to commit my stuff that we've been doing here. So, we're going to get rid of this. And then we don't need this file anymore. Now a lot of those files I'm not going to commit because they were the Quarto stuff. But we will commit these. Actually, I don't want to commit that. Do the Docker file. Okay, update this code and RStudio. Quarto. Let's push that up. Okay, so good news is that we've got it working flawlessly in RStudio once we get the right version of RStudio installed. The VS Code stuff still has a little bit of issues that I need to figure out if it's my problem or if it's the extensions problem. But either way, I've got my dev area ready to go for Quarto generation. So I think that is success tonight, and yes, I am excited to start building the materials. And in fact, even before the workshop, you might see me create some slides for an upcoming conference, virtual one. Is the 2022 Epsilon Shiny Conference happening later this month. I gotta make my slides for that, so they just started releasing the schedule as well. Do we have the? I'm not sure if they've been putting the schedule together. Maybe they haven't publicized it yet. But I need to start making slides for that. Maybe I'll do Quarto for that too. I don't know. Might be a good little pre workshop, like trial run, if you will. So yeah, great set of speakers. Jacqueline Nolis is going to be there. The Shiny team's well represented. Yeah, we got lots of stuff happening. So maybe next stream I'll start building slides for that. So okay, well, other than the 40 or 50 minutes that I spent troubleshooting Docker failures, we did get Quarto working, so that's a success in my book. So yeah, that'll probably do it for me. This went way longer than I thought it would, but that's what happens when you have debugging and different frameworks all happening at the same time. So you all, oh, Nick, I didn't realize you were popping in. Hello, thanks for joining, seeing my Docker failures and my key decision for my workshop that I'm going to be teaching in a few months. Coming up more quicker than I thought. Oh, excited, but still pretty nervous about it. So, probably level up lots of people on advanced Shiny development. So, we'll see how that goes. All right, well, if you want to see my past streams, head to the Twitch channel, of course, but also the youtube.com/Shiny Developer Series for the past recordings and, lots of adventures on that. And yeah, coming up, I'll be using this stream to develop some learning materials and trying out some new app ideas and all sorts of fun stuff. So you all have an awesome night. I'm pretty tuckered out, so no raid right now, but I will see you all next time. Not sure if it'll be tomorrow night, but hopefully next week for sure. So have an awesome night, and we'll see you around next time. So bye, everybody. Thanks for joining.